Welcome, everybody. This is the Comic Book of the Hook Show. This is Robert Galvin. You're seeing a different video, and that's all good. We're running a little bit behind tonight. I apologize for that. And we have a special guest here tonight. I think you're going to enjoy it. And the first thing I've got for you guys, let's start out with this. Boom. Now that I got you with the hook, it's time for a book. Here we go. Red Sonja, black and white. It's extremely rare book. But it's just a beautiful cover. Legend of Sonja Dynamite. I forgot what the variant racial is on this, but this was an AOK from none other than Tharo Kamboro, my best buddy. Keep it real, Tharo. He's doing an auction tonight, but this was an AOK from him. It was just a beautiful cover. Love this book. Anyway, and my co-host, none other than Jeff 813. Brother, how you doing?
Not bad, not bad. What's up, guys? Since we got you with the book, let's get you with the hook. I got you with the hook. It is TMNT 100 this week. I actually got to read it. I actually really enjoyed the ending of the City at War. The ending of City at War. So something major happens. Not going to spoil it, but something major happens in this. So if you guys haven't been reading it, I've been really enjoying Turtles. I've been reading it in trade, but since it hit issue 100, I thought I would pick it up.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Yep.
Now I have my special guest that's on tonight, and it's very, very, very honored to have this person on. You notice I haven't really said any hints, but here she is. This is D Comic Queen. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. So this is awesome. Thank you very much. So everybody in the chat, Sam, everybody, thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Show you.
Oh, well, you caught me off guard with the whole book thing.
You're good.
I'm just gonna show the last books I read, which was this whole City of Bane arc. I just finished reading these actually, and there's a lot to say, honestly.
Sure, good.
About these books. So, yep. My last read.
So you read the Bane, the City of Bane one, and what was?
Yeah, I was a little behind, but I read all three at once today. So,
all right, cool.
It was like 82, 83, and 84, and yep, there's a lot going on.
Ooh, a lot. Cover. I like that. I like the Batman cover.
This one.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. Nice. Really nice.
It has Thomas Wayne and Bruce Wayne. Just.
Very nice.
Going head to head.
So, how is life? How are things? We haven't seen you in a while. I see your IG posts are awesome. Your IG posts are great.
Thanks.
On Instagram, they're very, very nice, very creative.
Oh, thank you. Life's good, I guess. Busy, like really busy.
Yeah.
Especially now, like this month with the holidays and stuff.
Oh, it has been very busy. Tell me about it. I know.
Yep.
And so let me ask you a question. So you're a special guest. What got you into collecting? How did you get into the whole hobby as a whole?
Man, I get asked this question a lot.
I bet you do.
I do. Well, honestly, it was Green Lantern. I'm always going to say that. It was Green Lantern. That's the reason I got into collecting. That's the first book and series I read, and my favorite superhero. So it was Green Lantern. But honestly, I think it had to do a lot with the time.
Right.
It was like 10 years ago, and it was like whenever a lot of the MCU first started. So it was out there.
Right.
Like, superheroes are starting to come out. So, yeah, I took an interest in it.
Nice. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Give them a quick shout out really quick. We got Sam Singleweb. Thank you, Sam. Tommy, thank you for coming. Downright Nerdy Podcast. Awesome. Michael, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. We have Comics with Bueller. Yeah, changed my shirt. And then we have the 777s. Joe, how you doing, brother? We have the Comics Club in the house. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it, you guys. So let's see here. Jeff, you got anything for our guest tonight? Any questions?
Actually, yeah, I do. How did you come up with your name, DC Comic Queen?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's not DC. It's like D Comic Queen. I know.
It took
That
me a
was my mistake. That was my bad. My like private Instagram used to be the Donut Queen because I was like, I still am. I'm like obsessed with donuts, and my husband used to always joke that I was like the Donut Queen. So whenever I came up with that name, it was like the Donut Queen. And then I was posting a lot of comics on there, and I feel like my family was getting kind of annoyed.
Sure.
And then I think it was around the time I started like doing raffles or joining raffles, and I didn't want to do it on my private page. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a page just solely for collecting, solely to show my books and stuff. And I just changed the Donut Queen to the Comic Queen. But I didn't realize that everyone was going to be like, oh, DC, yay, DC. And I was just like, oh my God, like, what have I done? So,
yeah, I catch myself doing that all the time. And Miss Jean, my wife, she reminds me all the time. It's D-Com.
Yes, I know. And everyone's like, you should just change it to DC because, you know, you're a DC lover and blah, blah. But there's actually, I think, a DC Comic Queen on Instagram. And I think she gets tagged a lot by accident. And I feel really bad. But, yeah.
Wow.
And I feel like it's too late to change it now. So.
Love it. All right. Let me ask, what's your favorite donut? Because I'm a donut fanatic myself.
I have two favorite. I have like the blueberry cake and like just the cherry.
Oh, okay.
There's this little donut place over here called Southern Made Donuts, and they make the best donuts I have ever tasted. Like nothing can change my mind.
Nice. Michael, how you doing, brother? Thanks for coming. Give everybody a quick shout out. Thanks to everybody for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. I know it's late for you. What are you? Are you hour ahead from Central Time? Are you New York?
She's 10 o'clock.
She's Central?
Who, me? Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, I'm Central. I'm in Texas. Yes.
You're Texas. Oh, okay. So
Texas.
you're at the same time. Awesome.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Everyone thinks I'm in New York for some
reason.
reason.
I don't know.
Hialeah's going to be up there in a couple of months.
Pictures I've seen, they look like they're from New York.
I look like I'm from New York?
No, some of the pictures you've sent that you posted on Instagram in the past look like it's from New York.
No, I thought she was in that.
The what? Hold on, I don't know if it's me. It's like cutting off.
He froze again. He freezes a lot.
Okay.
You'll give him a minute to catch up. He'll catch up.
All right. No, I'm in Texas, but yeah, a lot of people, they think I'm in New York. I don't know why. A lot of my followers are from New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have kids?
Yes, I have.
Your mommy? 3.
Yes.
Wow. Boys, girls?
Boy, girl, boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You busy mama then, right?
Yes. Yes.
I know we've tried to set this appointment up before, and I know kids come first, so I get it.
Yep.
Go ahead, Jeff. You got another question, buddy? Don't want to take up too much of it. He froze again. Dang it. Okay. So is DC primary your favorite kind of collecting? Do you like Marvel? Any Marvel?
You know,
That's
I mean,
okay.
I don't hate it. I do. It's just like it
Oh,
doesn't.
no, I didn't say you hated it. I just asked you.
No, I know, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, you don't read Marvel."
Exactly.
But, I do. It just doesn't like, it doesn't make my top a lot.
Yep.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'll read it and they're good or they're just there, but then I read other stories that are just like, oh my god, these are my favorite. So then
Yes.
my favorites surpass any Marvel stories.
And also some are like the alternatives or the other varieties. The underground ones are actually pretty good too. Sometimes those are
Yeah.
really, really good. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I actually do read like a lot of indie type of comics and stuff.
Yes. What's your
Yeah.
favorite indie so far that's been out that you've liked?
Well, I've always mentioned Saga, but
Yeah.
people don't consider Image indie anymore. So
No, I don't know why that is. Doesn't make any.
yeah,
They've been
still independent artists, independent writers.
exactly.
So I don't know.
Exactly. So what other hobbies do you have other than comic books?
I don't know. I don't think I really have
No, nothing.
time for anything else. I barely have time to read, and
I bet. What
you
have you
know,
got? Well, okay, so the series that you were just showing in the beginning, you say you just read that. What is that one about? Because I'm not familiar with it.
Batman. It's a current Batman
That's
run.
the current Batman, the
Yes.
City of Bane,
Well,
right?
yeah, this is the current arc
Okay,
happening right now.
gotcha.
City of Bane, and uh it's really disappointing.
Is it disappointing in what way? Was it the writing?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Okay,
what I
like
thought.
you remember the whole Batman wedding thing?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it went downhill from there. Definitely. So yeah. And a lot of people ask like, well, how come I haven't dropped Batman? And honestly, like Batman and Green Lantern titles have been a series that I've never dropped, like ever. I will always pick it up. And I have so much hope. Like with every issue, I'm like, okay, this will get better. This was gonna get better. It has to.
Right.
But it just doesn't.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my
That
god.
gets really frustrating. Like I was pretty big. I guess you could say I'm kind of a fanboy when it comes to like Donny Cates. And there was a lot of speculation about his Silver Surfer run, and I'm a big Silver Surfer fan. I always have been,
Mm-hmm.
and I like what he did to the story. Other than throwing his own character of Noel into the story, the artwork and everything was right on my alley. It was something different, and it was kind of bringing back the old original stories to a new modern age of people. So that I really liked about the Silver Surfer line. The Silver Surfer Black I really enjoyed, and it's everybody's got their thing. But yeah,
I really enjoyed it too. It was really good.
Yeah, it was decent. The artwork was just
yeah,
really,
it was
really
mind
cool.
blowing.
Yeah.
Downright Nerdy has a question.
Yes.
Asking DC Comic Queen.
There we go. There we go. What is your favorite storylines from the Batman series?
Oh man. There's a few. For sure I think anything that Scott Snyder has written, he does got a really good like Batman story.
Right.
And yeah, that's
The
good.
Snyder, right? The Snyder? Who's you?
Yes.
Okay. Which stories were the best ones out of that for people that don't know?
Like which one was it? The one that he did with Capullo.
Court of Owls.
Court of Owls was amazing. Yes.
Okay.
Court of Owls.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. My all-time favorite Batman story is Year One, like hands down. Like people think it's a little old school, but
yeah,
nah, like it's the best, my opinion.
Mr. G and G. I thought it was gonna be Hush. I honestly thought at least one of them were gonna be Hush for her.
Hush, I think Hush. I don't know. It falls. I rated my Batman stories one day. Somebody asked, and I did like all 10 of them, like top 10. But Hush was like it was like 7 or so.
So it was just okay too.
No, I mean like it was good, and the art and everything was amazing. But yeah, it was. Yeah.
Gotcha. Alpha Warrior in the house. Hey, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you. Go ahead, Jeff. Got any more questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Since wonder if what the kids think of her being on YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What my kids think? I don't think they're like at that age where they really know like what's happening. Like my oldest is 7.
Oh, okay.
So They don't
No.
really, I try not to show them a lot of like social media. They're too young for that and stuff.
Sure,
Like, I don't let them
absolutely.
watch YouTube at all. They're
Yeah,
not
okay.
YouTube kids.
There you go.
One
Good.
day I think it was when I was on Bueller's show
Yep.
that they were watching me like in the other room on the TV. And when I came out, they were just like, "Oh my God, mom's on TV! Mom was on TV!" And I was just like, "Oh my God, you were watching me the whole time!" It was a little embarrassing. It really was.
Of
But
course it was. That's here's a question. This is from Alpha Wire. He's asking, what are your takes on the Deadly Class?
On Deadly Class,
Yeah.
I never read Deadly Class.
How about you, Jeff? Did you read it yet?
Yeah, I've read it and I've watched the show. Honestly, it's the interpretation of it is just not as many people were into it. That's the only thing. That's why I got canceled in
Right.
the first place. So
What was it even about? I don't remember.
Deadly Class is about what is it? It is about hold on, give me 1 second. Let me think.
A lot like X-Men in a way.
Kind of like X-Men,
Kids-
but not really. Like but the kids don't have parents at all, so they're not wanted kids, like kids that aren't
outcasts.
wanted.
Yeah.
Pretty much the outcasts. Pretty much a cross in between X-Men and being an assassin. Pretty much, that's pretty much what it is.
Art Chemist, thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate it. Okay, let's see here. So have you collected anything new, DC Queen? Yeah, I keep doing it. DC D, Queen. D, Queen.
It's fine. Just call me what you want. You can call me Nat. I go by Nat. So Nat.
Go by Nat?
Nat. That's my name, Natalie.
Really? I'm
Yeah,
so
just call
sorry.
me
I was
Nat.
asking that next. What is your real name?
It's Natalie.
Nat.
Natalie.
Nat,
Yes.
you like Nat?
Natalie with an H. That's why I
Okay.
never say my full name because everyone always spells it anyways. Yeah. What's the question? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. What got you into? Let me just ask. Okay, who introduced you to comic books for the first time? What introduced you into the whole art genre in itself? What got you interested, other than what you've already said? But really, like, was it a friend, family? You come across a book in the library, that kind of thing. People like to hear
I
this kind of stuff.
don't remember, honestly.
Don't
Like,
remember?
this was a long time ago. It was like 10 years ago.
Okay.
I don't remember. All I remember is that it was Green Lantern. That's all I remember.
Okay. What does your husband think of your collecting habits? Is he a collector?
No,
No,
he's not. He thinks it's really expensive, and it is, but he doesn't collect, so he doesn't know exactly how expensive it is. So I try to like keep it on the DL for sure.
Sure.
No, he doesn't collect. He doesn't really read or anything. He's really into music. Like, he's really into music.
Okay.
So we try to balance it out. Like, if I get a book, I'll be like, oh, here's a new guitar, make him happy.
Okay, cool.
But no, if he's interested in a story, because he knows I really like it,
sure.
He'll sit down and he'll listen to me just rant about it. And be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Blah, blah. He's just like, okay, like, cool. But no, he's not really up to date or anything.
Sure. So my next question was gonna ask, what does he think of you doing YouTube and all that? I know you must get a lot of attention from all of the geeky nerds out there.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean,
yeah,
it's not like as bad as people think. I always get messages saying, "Oh my God, how do you put up with the comments?" Through the messages and stuff. And it's not as bad as people think. Like,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, people will compliment, but I'm not the kind of person that's like, "Oh my God, get away!" Like, why are you talking to me? Like, I'm just like, oh, thank you, that's awesome, and then move on. He doesn't really mind. Like, I think he's not. I don't know. Like, it doesn't bother him.
Okay.
I don't think it does.
Well, I just shout out to the chat, and we had 11 people watching this at midnight. It's awesome. I try to keep this under an hour. Yes, thank you very much, everybody. Taking your time out tonight. It's a Saturday night, or well, it's Sunday morning, but regardless of the fact. So my main questions I always have, it's usually always the same thing. I try to make it simple as possible. Do you have any inspirational thoughts or ideas for the community in your own words? And the best way you can describe it. There's no pressure, okay? And my other question that I'll have up there, so you can think about it. What does thinking outside the box mean to you? Meaning not being like the sheeple, like I say with everybody else. I always like people that are creative and being their own, and that's one thing that attracted to me to you on watching your videos. You do your own thing. You do what you like, and that's awesome. I applaud that like big time.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's actually really hard to figure out what to do whenever I was doing YouTube videos. Even now, like I stopped doing them because it was really time consuming and required a lot of my attention, which I didn't want to take away from my kids.
Of course.
And stuff. But what was the main question?
That's okay. That's all right.
No, I'm sorry.
No, what is it here? Okay. Any inspirational thoughts or ideas for the community? So let's say somebody in the community wanted to do what you're doing. Would you have like an idea for them, or any inspirational things that, positive enforcement instead of all the negativity that's out there? I'll keep it up there. There you go. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like the community has been great ever since, I think I first got an Instagram like a year and a half ago or so. I don't really remember. And it's always been like really welcoming, and I felt really at home since the beginning. Sharing like this hobby with other people that feel the same way.
Sure.
But it's always been really open, and ever since I've been on there, there's been a lot of new people, and then they felt the same way.
Big time.
And I think a big part of it has been like people just sharing their favorite stories and favorite books, and then them picking it up and being like, oh my God, like I really liked it. And then they review it, and then other people see it, and then it just this big open community. Yeah.
It's really cool. Do you have like favorite artists or anything like that? Do you like art? I'm assuming.
I do. I mean, there's a few. Like I don't think I have like an all-time favorite. There's a lot of great artists out there.
I can guess one.
Yeah, can you collect
one?
Do I collect one?
Yeah, do you collect any like art? Like
not specifically. I think like if I like the book or I like that art, like I'll try to get it. But I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of great artists.
Really.
Yeah, but I think a major thing with the community is it's okay to like what you like.
Yep.
Like I think.
Yep.
I feel like that's something that has to be said a lot,
because
just because somebody else likes something doesn't mean that you should like it.
Yep.
As well. Yep. Like go ahead and read it though. Like it's recommended to read it, pick it up, and be like, okay, it's not for me, and then pick up something else.
Okay, Scotty Young all day, he says. All right, let me see. Bobby, a cool question. If you had to pick two forums, Marvel or two DC, one hero or one villain team up versus battle, who would you pick? Oh my goodness, there's a good question. You see that? You see that down there? Our chemist asked that question. Yeah. Yep. If you had to pick two from a Marvel and two from a DC, villain team ups. I'm gonna say, two hero and two villain and a villain. One hero and a villain.
Are we going like villain from Marvel and hero from DC, or like
I think it's four versions.
I think one from both. I think right.
Yeah, one from both.
Yeah.
Man.
So and he said Marvel or from Marvel and
to pick two from Marvel and pick two from DC. So a villain and a hero from both.
To team up in a versus battle to go against each other? I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a good
I
question.
don't know. It'll be like
That's really
totally biased because I would
good.
pick like
Good,
my
Art.
favorite heroes.
Video. That was an awesome question. I'm gonna have to say that because that was a good question. That was really good. That was tough. That's tough.
That is tough. I would have to really think about that.
What do you think about that?
I
Jeff?
would have to think like I don't know. Is it like equal powers that I'm going against, or am I just going against like favoritism? You know, like
See what
Yeah,
you thought about it. That's the
that's-
problem.
yeah. That's a hard one too, man. It's like, if you put Superman against anybody, it's no contest, pretty much.
yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
or if you put any of the like, pretty much Batman and Iron Man are the same person. It's just one's using different type of tech. That's all.
That's what I was gonna say too. Batman and Iron Man, like big time.
Yeah. So it's like,
That'd be a cool one.
Yeah,
mm.
because they're both.
I got an odd one. Swamp Thing and Man Thing. They're the same thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. I like that. Awesome.
I would say Howard the Duck against who? That's who.
That's great.
Howard the Duck. Who would they? Who would everybody else pick? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck against DC guy. DC version of Howard the Duck. I don't think there's a DC version. I don't think.
So let me see. I have a piece of art I can share with you guys that I just received. And this was sent from a buddy of mine. And this was done by I'll think about it in a minute here. I am totally losing my brain here. I can't believe this.
It was from Thorough.
No, I know.
Yeah, there we go.
It's from Sin
I know.
I was trying to
But
think.
I had to remind you it was Thorough, and then you would remember Sin Potter because that's what happened last time.
I just received this. I just got this yesterday, but it's hard to make out his name right here. But this Sin Potter is a community artist that does comic book heroes, and he did this wonderful Hellboy. I just love this. Just awesome. Another piece of art that I just received. It was just beautiful. And like all the stuff that's behind me, this is all done. This is done by Arsenio, the guy that's in the chat. One of my favorite characters.
Who asked us the tough question?
Yeah, that's a tough question. That's from Arsenio. He did a Silver Surfer.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love that stuff. But any more questions, Jeff?
I got one. What indie books are you into? Are you into any indies?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. I read a lot of Image, and I still consider it indie. I'm sorry. And I think
I think it is.
a good majority of my pool, like half or so, is probably like indie titles or Image titles. I mean, yeah, there's a few from like Dark Horse, I think. But yeah, no, those are some of my favorite too, because the stories are always, way different out there. We kind of get a break from the superhero thing. But yeah, no, I have a lot.
Nice. How big is your collection? Do you know how many books you have?
I don't know exactly. No, I've never counted. I have the app, and I've tried submitting them all, but I always stop and then forget about it.
Which app do you use?
The CLZ. I think that's.
Yeah, everybody. I think I do. So I use the same thing. So
yeah,
CLZ.
I've used it for like I've had it for like a year or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I haven't updated in like so long.
Gotcha.
Yeah, last time my count was at 1,000, and I know I have way more than 1,000 books.
I remember I tried to get my kids to help me with the scanning. I was like, maybe they'll like this. And then after a while, they were like, can we do something else? And I'm just like, no, help me, please.
Nice.
Same with like bagging and boarding. I'm like, here, help me. But then I get like really just like, okay, I'll just do it.
Well, you can always do a live show and then do bagging and boarding. That's what John does and everybody else does.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
we haven't seen you do anything live lately. I know you've been busy.
I did like a live Instagram. I did an unboxing on
Yeah, I
my
did see
Batman
that.
121. Yeah,
Yep.
that was my most recent live.
That was pretty cool.
But yeah, I haven't really. Like I said, just finding like the time is. I
Sure.
don't know.
No, I got you. Totally understand. So, anything more, Jeff? We're a half hour in. 40
Yeah, I
minutes
know.
in.
Well, actually, this was Art Chemist's first question that he had asked DC Okay, I'm gonna get this
Nat.
right. Natalie. Okay, yeah, was asking Nat was who's her two favorite heroes?
Who are my two
There
favorite
we
heroes?
go. There we go.
Green
Well, we
Lantern,
know
Hal
Green
Jordan.
Lantern's one. Yeah,
Yes.
we know that. That's
Probably
one.
another Green Lantern, Jessica Cruz. She's like my all-time. I like Green Lanterns like a lot. Hal Jordan though, he's like my all-time favorite.
Hal Jordan.
I would probably have to say like Batman.
Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
hard
think
like
everybody
not
likes
to.
Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean there's so many different versions of him and different stories, so it's okay,
Yeah.
Because some people might like this version of him
Sure.
and then so yeah. Like people liking, King's run on Batman right now.
Right.
Like I don't want to talk to you, but I support that at the same time. Like it's cool. But it's okay, If that gets you into reading Batman, that's awesome.
Exactly. Cool. Let me see here.
I picked up something cool anyways today. Picked a couple of cool things today. Went hunting with Steve and with the other one. Quest for Legends. That's who we went hunting with. Quest for Legends and
I seen the book.
DC Comic Queen. Oh, look at that. And Steve. Yeah.
So where are you located at?
Me?
Both
I'm
in the frozen tundra of the north. I live in north central Wisconsin. It's freezing cold here, and I got about 4 feet of snow.
Oh yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. Right, just the other day.
I'm in Florida with everybody else.
Florida, I know there's a lot of people in the community in Florida.
Oh my goodness, I plan on going down there in April to see all these guys from the community.
That's awesome.
A posse down there of people. Mm-hmm. What kind?
It's going to be a gang of people because I already many people said they're coming. I'm like,
why? No, I'm joking. Have you got to meet a lot of?
Not one-on-one. That would be great.
What about you, Jeff? Jeff, right?
I've met. Yeah, I've met Steve. I've met Jim Boatwright. I met the Quest for Legends. I met Stay Puff. I met 90. I met Hialeah. Like Hialeah. All of us are like one like little tight knit group now. So it's like, so it's pretty cool. I mean, honestly, I didn't have other friends that were into it, so it's pretty cool every Saturday to go hunting with Steve. So it's pretty neat. So never done that. Yeah, I've never done that. Like whenever I did it, I would always go grab a couple of books. I would never stay for 3-4 hours looking through books and try to find stuff. So.
Jeff, can you take over for a few minutes? I have to let my dog out. She's barking.
I got you. Thank
you, buddy.
Is it really sticky over there, Florida?
Yeah, it's really humid over here. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then I know Hialeah is gonna be going up to Texas in, I think he said sometime next year, but don't know for sure. But I know you're his wife, something with his wife. But I know you're up there. Yeah. I know you're up there. I know what is it? The other two guys that are up there, and then Jabroni's up there with you. I know you guys probably got like a couple of like 3 to 4. I know that much that are
Yeah,
up
we
there
got a
with
few
you.
people, but the thing is, like, Texas is so big, so we could be
Yeah,
like
yeah,
up to like 8, 9 hours apart, and
yeah.
we're still in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, the big state of Texas. I have a lot of friends that live down there. Hi, Aaliyah Comic Bro. Thanks for coming, buddy. Austin in February. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, see,
That's cool.
Jeff.
I
I
will
mean,
be
hi,
at
Elias.
I'm gonna be at the Fan Expo in March in Dallas. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You'll
So,
probably end up meeting. Yeah, you'll probably end up meeting a couple of them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
went.
I have because that's how we ended
Yeah,
up
I'm
meeting other
trying to
people.
see who
So.
will be up there. This year, I met a few people this year, but there was a lot that apparently saw me but didn't want to say hi because they were like,
What?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah,
why?
I would know that
And there was a
too.
few that were like, and there
Oh,
was a lot of people that recognized me, and they're like, "Do you call me Queen?" And I'm just like, "Who are you?" Like, I'm sorry. And it was really cool. I met a lot of people. So
That's what happened with us with Quest for Legends today, man. Because we looked at him and me and Steve were looking at each other like we're trying to think of who he was, and then we had to go back to the live video to watch it to make it.
oh my god.
I'm like, I know, like we couldn't think of the name at first. We're like
Yeah.
thinking, and then Steve goes, "Oh yeah, Quest for."
Have you ever watched our show? I'm just curious. DC Comic Queen.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't.
Well,
It's rare. It's rare for me to watch YouTube videos.
sure.
It's funny. Like when I started my YouTube, that was the first time I ever watched YouTube.
Right.
Like in my entire life. Like I don't really.
Just
I'm
so you
not. I
know,
don't know. There's people that watch it for
Yeah.
fun. I find it like not really like a waste of time, but I'm just like I I don't know.
But it's
I
nice
guess
to
I don't
share
have
the
time for it.
hobby with other people that have the same passion with it, right?
No, I know, but it's like I just don't have time. And I don't do it because I know there's people like somebody, I don't remember who it was. I mentioned they're like, I'm watching YouTube all the time. Like I'll be taking a shower and it's on my tablet. I'll be brushing my teeth, it's on my tablet. And I'm just like, no, like that's crazy. Like, I don't know.
Right.
I really like quiet. Like I don't even have the radio on. I don't even have music. I just like, yeah, because most of the time it's like my kids, noise and noise and noise. So when I have quiet time, I'm so happy.
Oh, I know. I raised 2 kids of my own. I totally get it. I have 4 grandsons, so now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. All
That's
boys.
nice.
Yeah, it is nice, but boy, oh boy, they can fight like cats and dogs. But anyhow, okay. Here's something simple. Do you like science fiction or do you like drama, mystery, anything like that?
Yeah, I think sci-fi. It's like
You like
I'm a huge like Doctor Who fan.
Awesome. There's
Star
a
Trek.
gentleman in the club right now in our chat.
There's what?
There's a gentleman in our chat right now.
Uh-huh.
Kaiwaka. He's from New Zealand. He's a good buddy of mine, and he is a huge Doctor Who fan. This guy has an amazing collection. It would blow you away. Seriously.
That's awesome.
It's fantastic. He's got a huge collection. Just awesome. He likes comic books too. He's a big comic book collector too. X-Men's one of his favorites. Doctor Who, oh my goodness, it would just blow your mind. He's got like 2 walls of action figures and comic books. Yeah, it's really cool.
Wow.
What was your favorite of Doctor Who, out of curiosity?
Well, I'm okay. Now that you mentioned the huge fan, like,
okay.
I got into it with the 9th Doctor.
Okay.
So I'm one of those, jumping in like at that time. My favorite Doctor though has to be like David Tennant. Like, I'm one of those people.
Okay.
So if I ever go back and watch like the old Doctors, I'm sure it would change. But
sure.
The 10th Doctor for sure, like, was my Doctor.
So in science fiction, then, other than how about movies in science fiction? Do you like Star Wars, Star Trek, any of that?
Yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan.
Cool.
Star Trek, yes. Yeah, I mean,
right there, look down there. See, cheers, Mr. G. Uncanny Kyle That's the Doctor Who fan.
Oh.
Big time. The fourth Doctor. That's what he was saying. That's probably his favorite.
That's cool. Who was the fourth Doctor? Yeah, you have to like describe him to me.
Kyle I have no idea. I know Doctor Who
Oh.
not that well. Kyle will say.
I
Doctor
do, but I forgot what he was.
fourth Doctor Who, Kyle You got to tell
Was
us.
he like the funny one? I think there was one that was like really funny, wasn't he? Like one of the old doctors.
Yeah. Hiawatha tell us.
Yeah,
knowing how he is.
Second.
Yeah.
It was Tom Baker with the scarf.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna
Yep.
say that. The scarf, yeah.
Yes.
I had a I'm gonna go. I think he had a funny scarf.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I did an interview with Downright Nerdy Podcast. If you ever watched his show, he's got a YouTube channel. And a couple of weeks ago, we did like 2 weekends in a row. We did Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah, he actually invited me on there because I love Next Gen. I grew up watching that. And he invited me on there, but like I said, like time,
Yeah.
I really wanted to join. And I remember just thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch all this. And God, I was just like, oh my God. And I was like, maybe I'll jump in like the later series. I'll just rewatch like the later one. But I think now they're already like way ahead.
Yeah, did you watch all the series when it came out?
I couldn't tell you like how far I watched, to be honest.
Okay. Because
Yeah. After a while, it was probably just like, jumping episodes and stuff.
Sure.
But I used to watch a lot of it, yeah.
Ours on episode 3 and 4, or season 3 and 4. I always tell people that have never watched Star Trek, any of the Star Trek Next Generation, I always tell them to go to season 4 and then move forward. And then after you watched it from there, then on, then go back and watch the beginning. Because if you watch the beginning season and the second season, you're going to be like, what is this? Because they're trying to get into their form of who they are, and they're so robotic. The acting is not the greatest, but it's kind of humorous when you watch it because you're looking at Picard. And the reason why we're doing this is because it was a pretty cool, the new Picard series is coming out in January.
Are you in it? Are you in that show?
I'm in those 2 runs with with Downright Nerdy. Yeah, we actually did that together and had a lot of fun doing it because it brought back a lot of good memories. Because in season 4, it was all about best of both worlds, and that's when Picard turns Borg. So that was a pretty good episode. And a lot of those episodes moving forward from season 4 was all of Picard like getting into his own. You find out about his family. You find out who he is as a captain, and more personal with a lot of the other characters in the Next Generation series, which was really good. But the reason why we're making such a big deal about it, we're talking about it, is because there's going to be that new series called Picard coming out in, I think, January. Yeah. And that looks really, really good. I'm really looking forward to it because that's one thing it really needs is a big bump in the arm for Star Trek, because there's been a couple of a little drizzly here and there, not the great story, just like we're dealing with comic books and certain story arcs. You're getting into it and all of a sudden they just crash it, for some weird reason. But totally get that. Voyager was good. Yes, it was. Powerful woman captain. Yeah, that was excellent. Not a lot of people like that one. I'm surprised Comics on the Mind actually like that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, I am a collector of a variety of things. I like DC, I like Independence, I like Marvel. That's pretty much me. I like Golden Age. I'm a really big Golden Age fan. I've been collecting forever, since I've been a kid. I'm like 50 now. What's that?
Since you're bringing it up, I know Nat is on she's on her last book on her Grail list. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be on my list for a while.
What is it, Nat?
For a long time.
What is your Grail?
It's Chamber of Chills 19. Yeah.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. The top 2 big ones on my list was the Showcase 22 and the Chamber of Chills. And I had the opportunity to buy a Showcase this year, and I jumped on it.
I saw that one. That's what I'm like, oh, look at that. Look, Nat's only missing one now. I'm still
Yeah.
missing all 10 of mine.
No, that can't be true.
Chamber of Chills, the first one you're asking?
19.
19. What's the date on that? Do you know?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Okay, I'll have to look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look that up. I don't even know myself. That's weird. Bobby, do you have an extra Flash 123 mid grade and Superman 199 low grade? I just might, Arts. You're awesome. You know they're like DC too. So let me see here. What else can we talk about? We have 15 more minutes, I think. No, 10 minutes. So I don't want to take up too much of that's time. She's got kids, and I know she's probably gonna get up in the morning and all that. I really appreciate you being here, Nat. This was awesome.
No,
Really,
thank
really.
you for. I know I've canceled like a few times, but it's
I know. It's and I understand why. So
You're okay.
you're all good. It means a lot to me and Jeff that you showed up tonight. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So
this was a really big surprise too, because I didn't expect that. I expected
I like to surprise my co-host Jeff. Jeff's on all of my shows. He's my co-host, and I like to surprise him with certain guests. And it's very rare that we get female collectors. All right.
Yeah.
And
especially
it's really nice to see females in the community that like the same passion we do. No matter what it is in books, reading, comics, whatever, someone's actually liking that, and that's great. Because a lot of it, and a lot of it is, male orientated, and that's not right, And I like to see that. It's like my wife, Miss G.
Mm-hmm.
She loves like Deadpool line. She's loving the Deadpool line. I'll give you an example. Those pops are driving me bazonkos. Okay, pops.
The big one.
Oh,
the big one you got her.
I'll show her. I'm gonna show Nat.
So the big pop you got her.
Her latest acquisition was this monstrosity. 543.
Wow.
Yeah, the Deadpool. And apparently they've made 2 different ones of it, but she's a big fan. On her birthday was a couple of days ago, and we always watch it, and we watched the whole movie back to back, 1 and 2. It was just so funny.
Yeah.
Not laugh. Hold on now. We got somebody else in here. Somebody I don't recognize. One second. Stephen B. Comics. How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. I've never seen Stephen B. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Late night comic book awesomeness. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Or sister. So just so you're aware of it, Nat, me and Jeff like a variety of things. And Jeff, why don't you tell Nat what you like, but keep it within reason. We want to try to keep I got to keep the
I know. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. I'll keep it PG. I got
you. That's all. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Thank you.
Like my big thing was like Vampirella, because I got tired of the heroes and stuff. But the first hero that ever got me into it were Ninja Turtles. Okay. So Ninja Turtles, Green Lantern, pretty much. Yeah. So you know what I mean? But I started really liking, because I'll do my research on characters. Like if I really like a character, I'll do my research behind them, and then actually research them and actually do, like actually backgrounds on them and look through, and I go, get to know them, and then I'm like, oh, why people like Vampirella. So did my research on that, and then come to find out, everybody that makes fun of the bikini doesn't know it was a female that actually came up with the bikini.
Yes.
Yep.
He actually did the drawing. It was a female.
Yeah, it was a female that actually came up with it. But since Fred Frazetta is a famous painter, he painted it. She even says in interviews, bikini-wise, she wanted it an old school bikini. But Frank kept just shrinking the bikini. So every time she would get a new picture, the bikini would get smaller and smaller and smaller. So he's like, She's like, oh yeah, well at least she's clothed. So it's like, so because if it was up to
Partially.
him,
I
yeah,
have,
if it was up to him, it would have been nothing.
No. Dang.
Mm-hmm.
But so why are you a fan of her? Like,
yeah, tell us.
Right. Yeah, just she's different. She's not, you know what I mean? She's from a different planet. Like a lot of people don't know she's from a different planet. Everybody thinks she's just a vampire. Like somebody turned her into a vampire, but she's not. She's actually from a place called Draculon, and it's actually, you know, she's from a different planet. She came to Earth, and she saved some astronauts. If
mhm.
you go by Warren's the Warren background or the Warrens, because she's had 3 different backgrounds. She's like the first Adam and Eve character type stuff, like all kinds of different, like that's the Dynamite's background for her. She's had 4 different backgrounds, 3 different companies owned her, the Dynamite's owned her, but like I just really enjoy her because she's different and she's a powerful female in general. My mom was a powerful female, so that's probably why I like powerful female characters in the first place. Reminds me of my mom a little. So
That's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
yeah,
I've actually never read any Umbrella, so you would
yeah.
have to recommend
I'll
me
re-
something.
I can recommend you a couple. Like if you like Grant Morrison's writing, Grant Morrison's wrote her, Mark Millar's wrote her, Alan Moore's wrote her. Like a lot of famous writers have written her. Like a plenty of writers have. Yeah, what was it? I tried to think. Mm, mm, uh, I'll figure it out. But pretty much, like if you like any of those writers, like certain writers, you'll enjoy it. And like the Reanimator, and if you want to read like short stories, like the Reanimator meets Vampirella was a pretty decent story. So that was a pretty good one. Uh,
Alright.
there's all kinds of crossovers, but pretty much is like it's like Batman, man. It's she's been 50 years. She's been in the
Yeah.
industry for 50 years, so she's gonna have bad stories and good stories. You know what I mean? So it's you know, there's her stories are cool. Like her first couple of stories, her beginning was kind of corny, but then certain stories are kind of okay, and then you know it gets corny again, okay again, and corny again. So it's nothing new, but pretty much like Grant Morrison, like Alan Moore's run wasn't too bad. I actually enjoyed Alan Moore's run. Grant Morrison's run wasn't too bad either. If you like the little out there stuff that he does. So
Yeah.
and
I'll check it
Mark Millar's run wasn't too bad either. So
out. All right.
I can pick. I can show. Let me see. I just picked this up. I just got this the other day. But it's a 9/8 Wonder Woman 51. Awesome cover. Apparently, it's a rare book. It's a second printing, 1991, George Perez cover. And yeah, I was pretty happy with this. And let me see. What else we got? All right, Jeff, this is for you. And I don't know if you watched the video, but I have something from 2 ladies in the community for you. And I'm going to show you these. This one is up in the air because I already know you got it. But this is from Lady Fantastic and Short One. There's this one. And we have this one.
Ooh.
Yep. We got that one. And then we have an ash can from Wizards.
Yeah, the ash can is the one that is the hard one to find. That ash can.
That's yours, brother.
Yeah.
And this one, I was like, I don't know if I want to give him this. I love the art cover.
Oh, you can have that one. I got that one.
Look at that cover. This cover.
Yeah, I have that one.
I love the art.
Detail.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
A lot of good like big artists have done covers. Like
look at the bat. Look at the bat right here.
Yeah, a lot of them.
It's just so pretty. Anyway, with taste.
hmm
There we go.
A lot of it's with taste. I mean, a lot of it's, you know what I mean. In the beginning, not so much.
No, of course, and that goes around everywhere.
Yeah.
But I have to say one thing that Nat, you did this one photo on Instagram, and I loved it, and I wanted to copy it and have my wife do it.
Okay.
Awesome. It had you laying on the floor, and your hair was out, and you had all these DC comics spread like a accordion around your head. It was like around your body, going all the way around the top. You were wearing a really nice T-shirt. You're just smiling really pretty, and you had all of the comic books behind you, and your hair was down. I wish I could remember the image that you had, but you had Batman, and it was all pretty much DC titles that you had, and then you had something you were holding on to. It was a great photo. Just
Yeah,
one.
that was her first picture, like her first
was a
picture before
great
the one
photo.
she has now.
It was so awesome. Just
Mhm.
What?
yeah.
Your previously profile picture.
You had
That's
your
what
knee-
that's
you
what
had-
he's talking about.
You had books in front of you, and you had your knee up, and your hair was out, and you had the comic books wrapped all the way around you. You did it perfectly. It was a perfect shot.
Are you talking about the one where there's like I'm in the middle of a circle of comics?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
Well,
one that she's talking about.
that was like those were all the Green Lantern and Green Lantern Corps run
That's right.
that I
That's
had
right.
gotten signed like that month.
See?
I had gotten all like triple signed,
See, that's great.
and
That's
yeah,
you.
and I had them. I
Tell
had them
people
all
about
out, so I wanted to take a picture, and there was so many. Like it was literally like a short box full. So I just like put them around in like a circle like that, and then after I was done taking that picture, I was like, hey, this would be a cool profile photo. So
Yep.
I cautiously like laid on them and took a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all Green Lantern. Yeah.
Very, very cool. Yeah, I thought
All
that
right, I got one more question for her.
Okay.
Nat, how do you keep your books? How do you keep them in short boxes? Do you keep them in like folders or?
I guess like 3 ways. Like some of my key books are displayed.
Mhm.
I have this really small closet. Like that's where I'm at. When we first moved into this house, it was like 3 years ago. I wanted like a room, you know, but my husband gave me this closet.
Yeah.
And he wanted a music room. Like he always wanted a music room. So I gave him that. And he has like this is the room I'm in. He has his music room with all his gear and guitar and all that stuff. And he gave me the closet. So this is my closet. And we've been talking about it though, and I think we're making like our second living room into like a gaming room, and I'm gonna move all my books there. So I'm definitely gonna change how I store my books.
Sure.
But they're displayed like some of my keys just like up there on the shelf. But short boxes is really the majority where like the majority of my books are. And I have like
curious
these
about that. Yeah, all that
magazine holders.
Yeah,
these are just
is
like
that all
magazine holders.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're magazine holders, and then I just like put a label. But yeah, these are usually like just I don't know. I want to say like short runs.
Sure, that's okay. Go ahead.
Like this Red Lantern one has like the Red Lantern series of our
Show some of the
Sinestro. So stuff like that, just like little short runs. The Blackest Night has like the Blackest Night, you know,
Sure.
run. Dark Knight's Metal has just all the metal books. So I'm thinking I might go like that route.
Sure.
On the living room, like maybe by like shelving and then do it all like that with labels. But I don't know. I mean, I still got to paint and do all that stuff.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I don't really want to put like short boxes in the living room.
Sure.
So I don't know. It's gonna change definitely the way I store my comics, but I like my short boxes. I do. And one of my recent posts was about my short boxes and how they're all, you know, the printed ones. So
yeah,
I've always been in love with
like short
printed.
boxes.
Yeah, well, actually, there's some people that don't.
Yeah,
but I do.
I like them
I like
because it's easy to move, and then You don't hurt yourself with the long box because the long boxes you end up hurting yourself.
Yeah, I can't do long boxes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even gonna try. Like, I wouldn't even know where to put it, honestly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like my short boxes. I don't know, you can't really see. Like, they're,
Oh
Uh,
wow, look at the Doctor Who up there. That's pretty.
yeah, these
Cool.
they're like, yeah, two little
You have
short
Doctor
ones.
Who comics in those?
No,
Do you have
I
any?
think I've only read like 2 or 3 Doctor Who comics.
Okay,
Yeah, I never went into like the
sure.
Doctor Who comic route.
So do
she
you read
hasn't
any?
went down the rabbit hole yet.
Huh?
I said she hasn't went down the Doctor Who rabbit hole yet for comics yet.
No.
No, I'm telling you, okay. Like when I said I was a fan, like no, I know there's like some hardcore fans out there,
Sure,
and
sure,
that's really cool. But I'm a fan, and I enjoy it, and I like it. But no, I never like have really, gotten lost in the Doctor Who
sure.
world.
Okay, I'm trying to think here. What is it? Give me 1 second. Do. I don't know how I did that. Wow. Keep talking, Jeff.
Let's see. Trying to think. Let me think. Give me 1 second. All right. Who's your favorite Nat? Who's your favorite female superhero characters? Do you have any favorite?
Yeah,
I mean,
a good one.
It's
yeah.
funny because I'm not really into like female superheroes.
That's
Okay.
pretty funny.
I'm
That's actually
not
kind of
like,
funny.
yeah, I know. I don't like it. I don't like how they try to like.
Uh,
I
Males?
don't. I don't know. I would have to say like Jessica Cruz, maybe because she's the Green Lantern, and
mhm.
I feel like I have a lot in common with her. Like I have never really read into a female character where I'm like, wow, like I can resonate with this
Mm.
and stuff. So a lot of like her personality really hit me because that's a lot like how I feel that I am.
Okay.
So she's probably one of my favorites, if not like my only. I'm sure there's someone else, but I don't know. I'm really not like
Oh, I understand.
a female.
So, okay, male favorite characters, hero or anti-hero?
How Jordan?
There you
Green
go.
Lantern.
There you go. I knew
Oh,
that.
all right.
That was a gift.
That's
A given.
yeah. Another question about Nat. Do you have Hal's first appearance?
Yeah, that was my showcase 22.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on my list.
There was the other one that I was gonna ask you. I forgot. The Jessica Cruz's first appearance. You have it too, I'm assuming.
Well, she has like 3, doesn't she?
Yeah,
Like she has
3.
like where her hand appears, and
Right.
then
But
like
what
where
they really
she
count is that Justice League count, the Justice League one they really count.
was
Honestly,
it
I think.
where she's like, I don't know. I'm telling you because there's 3. There's the one where her hand appears that people are like it's a cameo, but then they're like it's her first appearance.
Right, right,
And then
right,
there's
right,
the
right, right.
Justice League one
Right.
where it's her as Green Lantern, but it's not her as Green
Mm-hmm.
Lantern. It's like and
Yeah.
then there's the one where she's fully herself as a Green Lantern, where she's like, I'm a Green
Right,
Lantern.
right,
I got
right,
nothing.
Nice.
So I only have the one with her hand. Yeah, I never
Okay.
got the.
Okay.
What's the other one? It was just like 20, I think. Remember?
Okay. That's good to
Yeah.
know. So that's good to know.
All right, we are at the hour, way at the hour, 12 minutes over the hour mark. Nat, can you just hold on? I'm going to do an outro really quick. And if you've got anything you'd like to say, this is your time to say it, okay? I don't want to take up all your time. And we're going over an hour. So go ahead. Anything you want to talk about, any shows or anything you're doing, this is your time if you like. If no, I can always go to Jeff. You're good.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, if anything, I mean, I do comic reviews and I try to do them on Instagram and then post it on YouTube.
Mhm.
But these last couple of months, like November, December, and then next year, January, I'm not going to be doing them. So, I
Okay.
mean, yeah. Other than that, though, I do monthly comic reviews or try to. So,
Okay.
I feel like it's easier on Instagram. I don't know.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
Less editing.
Less editing, yeah.
yeah, I suppose.
Very cool. Okay, just give me a little minute. Just give me a second. Jeff, brother, go ahead. This is your time, buddy.
All right, guys, you guys know who this is. Yeah, you guys know what this is. It's Comic Books with a Hook show, and we're gonna be having Comic Books with a Hook. You know, I'm on Comics with a Hook, and then I have Silver Age Sundays with Conquistadors, with Hialeah, with Steve, with Stay Puff, and then I have the Extreme Nerd Table. So those are the two shows that I have going on tomorrow, and then I have Kenthony's Comic Wednesdays every Wednesday. Episode 45 drops. So be on the lookout, guys, and that's pretty much it. What you got going on, Robert?
Thank you, brother. I want to thank everybody, and I want to thank my special guests, D. Nat, Comic Queen. Thank you so much for being here. Much love. Really appreciate it. And hopefully we can have you on again. I think it would be great.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much. And maybe next time we can actually talk about more subjects. So this is the first rundown. So it was great. I really appreciate you being here. Me and Jeff really appreciate it. Downright Nerdy, thank you. And I want to thank everybody in the chat tonight. Much love, you guys. Thank you so much. And this was the Comic Book with a Hook at the Witching Hour. And I want to just say thank you very much to the community being out here. If you like what you like, subscribe, you know what to do. I will have information down the bottom of my guest tonight that was in the show, her latest show that she had. So you can go check her out. She's on Instagram also. And big thank you to everybody. Peace and love. Thank you very much. And I'm going to try to shoot this out as smoothly as I can. But we know how this works. Never works right. Is that right now?
You got it.
Cool. Hopefully that works.